I killed my two children to eat their flesh, and froze them. My name is Brian Nico Janet, and this is my story. I met Jean Lewis, my husband, in 1997. A few years later, we were blessed with two young children in 2002. My husband had a career opportunity in South Korea, and we moved to Seoul in 2006. The children and I returned to France for a vacation, and my husband was to join us later. On July 23rd, my husband discovered the bodies of our two infants in our freezer, and panicked, immediately, calling the police. A forensic examination was conducted, revealing that both babies had been suffocated shortly after birth. They were both of European descent. In the midst of the emergency, my husband returned to France from our former home. We watched the news coverage from South Korea on television, which repeatedly highlighted the case. Following the advice of a friend, we held a press conference, asserting that we were not the parents of those children, and that it was all a conspiracy. However, a few days later, a DNA test proved that we were indeed the biological parents of the children. My husband refused to believe it, claiming that if I had been pregnant, he would have noticed. On October 12th, the French police arrested me. At the beginning of the interrogation, I broke down and confessed everything. I admitted to killing these two children, and causing harm to myself. I explained how I gave birth alone in my bathtub. My trial began in late 2009, and I was imprisoned for 3 years. I argued that I had denied the pregnancy, because I had no awareness of it, not because I didn't want to acknowledge it. It didn't feel real to me. I had fallen into a state of depression, and the only solution I saw was to kill those children. On June 18th, I was sentenced to 8 years in prison for the crime of infanticide. I was released in 2010 due to good behavior. Nowadays Jean Lewis and I still live a happy life, and I am a free person.